Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony Fit Kicks, man. Coming at you, man. I've been absent for a minute, just been busy doing other things, man. I want to talk about, man, forgive me, man. It's cold outside. But anyway, I want to talk about ADOS. Anybody that's not familiar with ADOS, that's American Descendants of Slaves. This is a movement that's going on. It's been gaining steam. That people like, I believe, Tariq Nasheed, and I forgot the other people kind of been bringing to the forefront. And some people think it's kind of divisive. Me, personally, it's kind of divisive, but at the same time, it's needed. I believe it's needed in a sense because sometimes you have black people from abroad, whether they be from Trinidad, the Dominican Republic, Cuban, Colombians, even black Hispanics, such as like Mexicans, things of that nature, because there are black people in Mexico, or black, or people with high melanin concentration. And sometimes they come over to the United States and they have the black phenotype, they embrace the culture, but if you talk to them, they'll be like, I'm not black, I'm Dominican, I'm Trinidadian, and this, that, and the third, I'm Guyanese, whatever. But they are black. They're just a black Mexican, a black Dominican, a black Colombian, a black Trinidadian. They're just not a black American. And I believe instead of them saying that they are not black, they should say that they are not American. Because in Trinidad, in the Dominican Republic, they don't have a Dominican, African Dominican, a Trinidadian African, and things of that nature, right? So, in a sense, in America, it shouldn't be something attached to it. It should be American. You are American. Hope I didn't mess up the volume on this. I think I was covering up the volume, but you should just be an American. Like, black people were Americans first. Well, black Americans were Americans first, because everybody can say they're not quote unquote black, because a black American is a mixed race of people. You have Native American in you. Some Native Americans were actually black. Some people that go around as black, they are actually Native people, because there is written in books it was black people already over in the Americas. And I believe it's not fair for people from abroad to come over here, reap the benefits of the work that Martin Luther King put in, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, all these Harriet Tubman, the list goes on and on. They reap the benefits of having a certain amount of black people or African Americans or whatever at a job. They reap the benefits, but when it's time to present themselves to the world, they be like, oh, I'm not black. But when you get pulled over by a police officer is looking at you like they don't see that. Only we talk amongst each other like that. The first thing they see is your black skin. You don't even have to have dark skin. You can have a black phenotype. And that's the first thing they see. So I believe if something was set in stone a long time ago versus us wanting to be a part of something, we want equal rights, things of that nature. We want, to get into their establishments. If things were set in stone a long time ago, instead of blacks from abroad coming from these different countries, it can be a collective partnership. They partner with us instead of using us to get what they want and then discard us. You know what I'm saying? So I believe the ADOS movement has some validity in it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, and it is divisive. It is divisive. But at the same time, I do believe it has some validity, man. Because, people come over here and they, like I'll give an example, right? The Martin Luther King March, when you go to that march, it's about everything else but what it originally started for. It originally started for the betterment of black Americans. That's what it originally started. But now you go to the march and it's all these other things that the march pertains to, and they forget about the Black Americans. And I even feel like that other people from other countries, they come over to America and they look at the Black American as a reference point to where they want to be, almost like a competition type thing, where they look at us and be like, I want to be better than him. If I see him in this car, I should have a better car than him. I want to, they see us in a certain house, they want a better house than us. They really try to disassociate themselves with us. You know what I'm saying? Like certain groups of people. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they benefit from the work that our ancestors put in. And I think it's not right, man. It should be a collective partnership, man. It should be a partnership. And I believe that, yes, we should get some form of reparations, but at the same time, what will that entail? It will have a price to it. It will be some type of system set up that where you have to adhere to certain rules and regulations, and it basically will not be fair, you know what I'm saying? Because even they paid the native people reparations, things of that nature, but look what the reparations got them. It pretty much got them nowhere. And at the same time, so like I said, some Black Americans are native people. We were here first. If you look, I got books, man. I got books. When Christopher Columbus first came over here, he seen African people with African phenotypes. They even got indigenous heads of sculptures, like in Mexico, of the Olmecs. The Olmecs heads are African in essence. You know what I'm saying? I just believe that it's time for Black Americans to start thinking strategically, instead of thinking, oh, I just want to be a part of your establishment. No, we need ownership. We need land. We need rules and regulations that set up in our benefit. When we vote for people, it shouldn't be based off of a Democrat or Republican. It should be based off the sentiment on what are you going to do for us. Because everybody else can ask for, oh, what are you going to do for the LGBT? What are you going to do for the Hispanics? What are you going to do for this, that, and that? Everybody else can ask for that, but when we ask for it, it's a problem. We have to be inclusive, and inclusiveness got us nowhere, and it's getting us nowhere. You know, even Barack Obama, he shared that same sentiment, inclusiveness. So everybody benefits for the work we put in. We don't benefit from our own struggles, what we went through. We was the ones getting sprayed by the water hose. We was the ones getting the dogs sicked on us. We was the ones experiencing Jim Crow laws that segregated us and made it hard for us to do things after slavery. We was the ones that had to fight for survival after slavery. We are the original Americans. And Black people, man, don't let people talk you out of being proud to be an American. If you want to wear an American hat, wear the American hat. A Haitian gonna wear a Haitian hat. A Trinidadian gonna wear a Trinidadian hat or fly a Trinidadian flag. Slavery was worse in Trinidad, in the Dominican Republic, in Colombia, in Mexico, in the islands, like Jamaica and stuff. Slavery was worse over there. It was slavery over there too. All of us descend from slavery, but not all of us at the same time, because some of us, like some Black Americans, were already here in America. But for the most part, some of us descend from slavery, man. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I lost my train of thought, but at the end of the day, man, like, bro, I lost my train of thought, man. I forgot where I was going with that one. But anyway, man, like I was saying, man, it should be a collectiveness, man. And yeah, man, and I'm just sick and tired of people benefiting from our struggle, man. And we gotta always be inclusive. We gotta include everybody and everything, and everybody use us, man. They come over here and use us. They get the Black woman in the feminist marches and things of that nature, but they're not benefiting from it. You know what I'm saying? They get Black people that's, I guess, identify as LGBT. They don't benefit from that, bro. They don't benefit from none of that. You know what I'm saying? They get Black people fighting for I forgot, when people are trying to come to America, whatever the case may be, they get Black people fighting for that, but they don't benefit from that, man. We fight for everybody else, but ain't nobody fighting for us, bro. It's time for us to start being inclusive instead of exclusive instead of being inclusive. We have to be exclusive, man. We have to have partnerships with people. You dig what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people, don't get it twisted, man. Like, a lot of people that are from other countries, if you're a Trinidadian, if you're a Haitian, if you're Dominican, from Colombia, and if you have a black phenotype, you descended from slaves. You're just not a black American. You dig what I'm saying? So don't come over here saying that you are not black. You're black. You're just a black Trinidadian, a black Haitian, a black Colombian. You dig what I'm saying? Because I hate when people, it's just time for us and time for people. If you want to come over here and walk like us, talk like us, and you know, accept in our culture, you should come over here and have a partnership with us to get us further in this fight. Because we can't get far in this fight if everybody's like separated. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if everybody just use us, they should not be a part of the conversation. And yes, ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves, is fighting for reparation. I agree with it, but it has to be in a different format. It just can't be just straight reparation. It can't be just tied to certain things of that nature, man. Because a lot of the stuff that we've been fighting for, a lot of things that we've been doing it the wrong way, and it has gotten us nowhere, man. Absolutely nowhere, man. But that's all I want to say, man. It's your boy Tony Fit Kicks, signing out. You dig what I'm saying? I haven't really made a video in a minute. This was on my heart to talk about, man. There's some other things I want to talk about too. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Holla at your boy Tony Fit Kicks, man. And yeah, I don't really talk about, you know, the shoe thing no more. I just believe that keeps black people down. That keeps not just black people, just everybody down, man. Instead of, we have to invest our money in things that will make us money, not buy things that constantly keep us in the rut of just purchasing and buying things, constantly keep us in debt. We have to buy things that will make us money. We have to make our money work for us. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, it's your boy Tony Fit Kicks, and this is my opinion of the ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves movement that's going on right now. Yeah, man, and it's time for partnerships, man. If you want to have the black culture, man, it got to be a partnership. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a collective partnership, you dig? And there's no such thing as not black. I can see you saying it in a terms of being like origin terms, but if you're saying it in a term to separate from us, you know what I'm saying? That's, I don't get it. Wow, like you be, oh, I'm not black. You're black. You're just a black Trinidadian, a black Dominican, a black Haitian, a black Mexican, whatever the case may be, man. But anyway, holla at your boy Tony Fit Kicks, man. It was on my heart, something I wanted to talk about, man. I just had to get it off my chest. Yes, sir, man. Holla at me.